Dear students, in this video we'll learn the problems of transition. The problems of transition from feudalism to capitalism consists of two aspects. First is economic expansion and second is industrial production. So, in this video we will learn about the economic expansion. The economic expansion is considered as one of the problems of transition from feudalism to capitalism. It is said that capitalism in Europe was preceded by feudalism. The economy of medieval Europe was based primarily on farming, but as time went, trade and industry became more important. The towns grew in number and size, and merchants became more important. Then let us discuss the economy in the pre-industrial period. During the pre-industrial period, medieval Europe had predominantly agricultural economy. The basic economic unit was the manor managed by its lords and his officials. This was in the early Middle Ages, especially a large self-sufficient farming estate with its peasant inhabitants growing their own crops, keeping their own cattle, making their own bread, cheese, beer or wine, and as far as possible making and repairing their own equipment, clothes, cottages, furniture and all other necessities of life. Surplus produce was sold at the nearest markets of towns, where equipment which could not be made or maintained in the manor workshops and luxuries unavailable locally could be purchased. On the other hand, the feudal lords in many places had very little interest in improving the technique of agriculture and expansion of output. The feudal lords wanted to extract more taxes from the peasants, so the peasants sometimes used to revolt against the feudal lords and sometimes fled to the towns. In course of these struggles, many peasants were able to free themselves from the claws of the feudal lords. They also started to keep surplus with themselves and tried to improve and extend their cultivation. Moreover, some artisans and merchants became wealthy enough to buy land from these feudal lords. These factors also weakened the position of feudal lords. In course of time, the economy of medieval Europe expanded with the changes in agriculture and business transaction. The next important point is economy in the transition period, particularly the changes in agriculture and business transaction that was made during this transition period. The economy during this period witnessed the changes both in agriculture and business transaction. The changes in the agriculture brought changes in business transaction in Europe. Due to technological advancement, the demand of labor slumped, whereas the population and land under cultivation increased. The restoration of trade in Europe increased the supply of money in European economy. The increase of money transaction slackened off the grief of the feudal lords. The internal structure of manor changed due to increase in the money-based transaction. During this period, the feudal lords preferred to receive the tax in form of money in place of service. These feudal lords also desired to employ laborers on wages to work on their fields. The serfs also preferred to pay tax in form of money in place of service. The increase of production and rise in business activities encouraged urbanization and business in Europe, and which helped in the expansion of economy in Europe at that time. Then the next important point is long distance trade and increased agricultural products. Some historians and economists also considered long distance trade as another important factor for the economic expansion. On the other hand, some historians argues that increased agricultural output and productivity provided surplus food and raw materials for handicrafts. It also led to the rapid growth of towns and freed workforce for the manufacturing sector. In due course, the changes in the agricultural sector freed the workforce from agriculture. The supplementary workforce increased output of raw material and provided a growth momentum to the industrial sector also. All these helped for the long distance trade and commerce. Then spread of commercial activities. The spread of commercial activities also helped a lot in the economic expansion. In the medieval time, the barter system or exchange of goods and services was existing at the annual trade fair, where people could exchange commodities like grain, salt, spices, gold, diamond, etc. By the 15th century, these fairs were replaced by a market throughout the year. These new emerging markets and cities were free from all feudal lords. During this time, unlike the feudal artisans, the new artisans detached all their relations with the agricultural activities. In these upcoming markets, the new and complex system of currency exchange, debt clearing, credit facilities and modern business instruments like bills of exchange came into vogue. Now commercial laws started taking steps to deal with commercial crimes. In the meantime, capitalist negotiations, contracts, etc. were also started. The recovery of European economy we will discuss also on this, the recovery of European economy. The more stable condition began to prevail in Western Europe from 11th centuries onwards. Population began to increase, the volume of trade expanded, and towns in many parts of Europe multiplied in number and grew in size. On the north sea coast, a particularly dense network of trading towns emerged in Flanders, and in northern Italy an even greater concentration of large urban centers developed. Now the cities like Venice, Genoa, Milan and Florence grew wealthy on the growing trade handled by their merchants. So the growth of these kind of cities, trading cities, helped in the expansion of economy. Then the next important point is the rise of banking system. The growth of trade also led to the rise of banking. At first, banking was in the hands of the Jewish moneylenders, who were able to use their links with the Jewish communities. Throughout the Europe and in the Middle East to handle the money needed for international trade. Given the strategic place of North Italy in international trade, it is no surprise that banking networks tended to be based on northern Italian cities. The word bank derives from the Italian word for the tables at which the bankers sat in the marketplace. In the 13th century, indigenous Italian banking houses grew up with agencies as far as London and Paris. The financial center of London came to known as the Lombard Street, or Lombardy is another name of North Italy. So the Jewish and Italian bankers of medieval Europe pioneered financial instruments which would be vital to the rise of modern global commerce. Limited liability companies, stocks and shares, bills of exchange and letters of credit all developed at this time. Next important point is the spread of market economy. The expansion of trade drew more and more rural communities into the market economy, and links between the countryside and towns grew stronger. Manors lost a large measure of their self-sufficiency as they participated more in the money economy. These developments stimulated the expansion of towns, of merchant communities and of coinage. After great initial disruption, the Black Death accelerated the spread of the markets in longer term. In proportion to the rest of the economy, towns and cities rose in size and influence. Indeed, many cities had regained their pre-plague populations by 1400. All over Western Europe, merchants became increasingly wealthy and politically more powerful. Meanwhile, the countryside was languished in levels of population, if not in prosperity. In those areas, the influence of large towns and their trade was strongest, particularly in southern England, Flanders and northern Italy. So with this economic expansion, feudalism began to die out and there was a great expansion of economy in Europe. Thank you.